Panchatantra Stories. First section, Mitra Beda, the separation of friends. Story 4, The Sage and His Precious Pouch. There once lived a sage named Gurudev Sharma in a small temple on the outskirts of a bustling village. He was respected by all for his wisdom, humility, and devotion. Yet there was one peculiar thing about him. Wherever he went, a small cloth pouch hung securely under his arm. The pouch never left him, not while he prayed, not while he ate, not while he slept, not even while he spoke to visitors. The villagers joked that the sage and his pouch were like twins joined at birth. The pouch, or potli, contained all the wealth he had accumulated over the years. Gurudev Sharma accepted gifts, food, and donations from devotees. He kept only what he needed and sold the rest. Every coin he earned found its way into that treasured pouch. Over time, his attachment to it grew so strong that he trusted no one with it. One afternoon, a clever crook happened to visit the temple. His sharp eyes immediately noticed the strange pouch. The sage held it tightly while talking. He kept it beside him during meals. He even hugged it while resting. The crook's curiosity quickly turned into greed. What could be inside? He wondered. Perhaps it contains a magical gem that creates endless wealth. Or maybe it holds a secret scroll revealing the path to immortality. Whatever it is, it must be extremely valuable. From that moment, he became determined to possess the mysterious pouch, by any means necessary. The next day, he returned to the temple dressed as a humble seeker. Falling at the sage's feet, he said, "Master, I have wandered far and wide, searching for a true teacher. Please accept me as your disciple and guide me on the path of wisdom." Gurudev Sharma was touched by the young man's respectful words. "I will accept you," he said, "but there is one condition. At night, you may not enter the temple. Those hours are reserved for my prayers and meditation." The crook bowed deeply. "As you wish, master." Thus began his deception. Days turned into weeks. The fake disciple worked tirelessly. He swept the temple floors, he fetched water, he prepared offerings, he washed the sage's clothes, he massaged his tired feet after long days of teaching. To everyone watching, he seemed the perfect disciple. But behind his obedient smile lurked a single desire, the pouch. Every day he waited for an opportunity. Every day he watched. Every day he failed. No matter what happened, the sage never let the pouch out of his sight. The crook grew increasingly frustrated. "Will I spend my whole life serving this old man?" he grumbled to himself. Sometimes dark thoughts crossed his mind. Perhaps it would be easier to steal it by force. Yet he continued to wait. Then, one fortunate morning, opportunity finally arrived. A villager from the neighboring village came to the temple and invited the sage to conduct a sacred thread ceremony at his home the next day. Gurudev Sharma accepted. The villager gave the directions and left. The sage and his disciple began their journey in the morning. As they traveled, they reached a river sparkling under the afternoon sun. The sage paused. "I shall bathe before continuing," he said. For the first time in weeks, he carefully removed his outer robes. Then came the moment the crook had dreamed of. Gurudev Sharma placed the precious pouch on top of the folded clothes and handed everything to his disciple. "Guard these while I bathe," he instructed. The crook's heart leaped with excitement. At last. The sage stepped into the river and slowly waded toward deeper waters. The moment the sage dipped in the water, the crook took the pouch. His hands trembled with greed and triumph. Without looking back, he ran. He ran as though the wind itself were chasing him. Meanwhile, the sage completed his bath and returned to the river bank. At once, he sensed something was wrong. His clothes lay abandoned on the ground. The pouch was gone. The disciple was running away. For a long moment, Gurudev Sharma stood silently. Then he closed his eyes and sighed. He understood everything. The sweet words, the weeks of service, the false devotion. It had all been a carefully planned deception. There was little point in chasing a man who had spent weeks preparing his escape. With a heavy heart, the sage gathered his remaining belongings and slowly made his way back to the temple. That day, he learned a painful lesson. Loyalty cannot be measured by polite words or outward obedience. True character reveals itself only over time. Moral of the story: not everyone who speaks kindly has a kind heart. Sweet words are easy to speak, but true character is hard to fake. Words can deceive, but character is proven through sincere actions, integrity, and trustworthiness. The end. Heartfelt gratitude to the original author, Pandit Vishnu Sharma. If you have enjoyed the story, please share and subscribe.